Hey everyone, here we are. We're sorry that this week we couldn't do this live. We're having some connection issues, but we're happy to pre-record this training and upload it for your viewing pleasures. That's how important we feel like this content is today.
Yeah.
Right, Jen?
Oh, for
It's
sure.
that good.
No connection issues are going to keep us down.
Yeah, we are going to push through.
We're going.
So today we wanted to talk about just a little bit of what MeCommerce has introduced to your digital business. There's a way bigger picture to what MeCommerce does, but this first piece is the shopping solution of MeCommerce.
Yes. And This is available now.
It is.
Live. If you're watching this, you can download and follow along with us.
Yeah, absolutely. It is in beta. We do want to stress that there are some things that maybe you're not going to like, maybe some buggy things. That's because we're still in development of it. Right?
Well, and you need to tell us what those things are, right?
Yeah.
When you use it, let us know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Let's get started. So the app that we're going to showcase today is called Nu Skin My Store. I want to show you first how to download the app because it's not as easy as finding, a regular app. If I launch my app store and I go to search, so when you launch your app store, it's probably going to look like this, but you're going to have to go to search. Here on the bottom right, you have this toolbar. And what you're going to do is you're going to search for Nu Skin My Store. If you just search for My Store, which is what Jen and I are going to call the app, which is the real name of the app, but if you just search My Store on your app store, you're not going to get it. You're going to get a bunch of weird
Lots of other
games.
stores.
What are these? What? They're all like Sims games.
Yep, all Sims games.
But if you go to Nu Skin My Store and use space My Store, shame on you, Eric, who was spelling Nu Skin N-U-S-K-I-N, no space.
Because I'm trying to.
Oh, Eric.
And I looked at him and I said, "You work here, right?"
Yeah. He's hiding behind the camera because he's embarrassed.
Okay.
That's right. I'm embarrassed by that.
So you'll notice that that's the only results. And that's the app, right? For me, it says open because I already own it. Otherwise, for you, it'll say download. In fact, as if you're watching right now with your phone, go ahead and download it and open it right up. And click pause on the video to give yourself time to download it.
This is why the benefit of not being actually live.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Look at you.
Now, because I've already logged in, this is the splash screen. But for you, if you haven't logged in, it'll just be a username and password window or page. Now, to log in, Jen, what do you use?
So think what you might use to log in at Nu Skin.
And it's probably it.
Probably the same thing. It's your web username and password, the exact same thing.
No new account.
No new account.
Nothing else. It's easy. Just
if you can't log in here, you likely can't log in on nuskin.com either.
Right, it's
You've
the same thing.
Forgotten your password.
Okay. Oh, let's not hit the table, remember, because we don't want to shake. Okay. So.
Got so excited.
Let's talk about a little bit about the aesthetics of the app. The first thing that you're probably noticing are these little bars down here, and we'll get to those here in a minute. But the nice thing about the app is that it's actually account fluid, because once you've logged in, that doesn't mean you can't log out.
Correct.
And then have someone else use it, right? Now, the important thing about logging in, though, is whoever's account is logged in. I wanted to use like the apostrophe S, so it sounded weird. Okay.
Well.
Whoever's account is logged in, that's who is sending the offer of the card.
Yeah, right? This is who's going to get credit.
So even if it's like Jen's phone, and for some reason I'm logged in, and she thinks it's her that's logged in, and she sends an offer, I'm getting the credit.
Yeah.
So be
whoever
careful
is logged
of that.
in, very, very important.
So you can come into your settings. I clicked on this cog up on the top right, and then that's when you can verify who is actually logged in. But let's go ahead and get started. And then once we do, all these other things are going to start making sense. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the new offer button that's here at the bottom right, this little plus sign. Oh, and beneath, yes, do we have the logo of the app beneath me? Okay, that's how the app looks in case you are not familiar with it and you still have a hard time finding it. That's how it should look. Available both in Android and on iOS.
Yeah.
So I click on new offer and I click here and I put in the name of the person who's receiving the offer. Now this doesn't mean that it's someone in your phone's contact list. This is whoever,
Yeah.
right?
I could say that this was my nickname, Dish.
Yeah,
For
Dish.
me, right?
Is that your nickname,
Yeah,
Dish?
that's what my parents call me.
Okay.
I don't know why. It happened when I was like 3. So put that in there. Some people
All right,
call me
Dish.
that. Now everyone knows. I probably shouldn't have said that live. Now it's going
Now
to
we all know.
perpetuate the world.
Yeah, that's a cool.
Yeah.
It's not live.
Oh, that's right. But it's still
It's gonna be out there.
Oh, it's
Okay.
gonna be out. Yeah.
So this is built with social selling in mind, right? So if you put out a great content and you start getting engagement from people that maybe you don't know, especially on Instagram where it's easier to get followers that you don't know, and then you start private messaging them and then they decide that they want it. Again, you don't need to have their information on your phone. You can just go ahead and start putting in that information right here. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and put Dish.
Oh, perfect.
Is that the spelling that they would?
It's just like a dish.
Okay,
Yep.
cool. It's a cool street name.
Yeah.
And then you go and you choose the market that you want them to shop in. Now, because this is just beta, this is just available for North America. Okay, but all of you that do business everywhere else, just be patient. We will
coming.
eventually get
Yeah.
there. So let's go ahead and leave United States. And I click continue. So far, so easy, right? It's like
Yeah.
nothing to it.
Nothing.
Now, we've put in featured products right here, but that's not to say that you can search for whatever product that you want to send them. Of course, our famous whitening toothpaste is number 1. So I click on the toothpaste, and when I did, notice how I got a quantity box that appeared. And that looks different from, like, let's say the Curl and Lash Mascara,
Yeah.
which doesn't have that quantity box, right? So you can't select the quantity until you've selected the product. So I go here and then I select how many Dish wants. Now, what's important here is Dish, I'm just going to start saying Jen because that sounds weird. Jen is not going to have the ability to manipulate the quantity, at least not with this first release.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll look at that into the future, but right now the logic is we want you to be in control, right? We want
It's
you.
based on our conversation that we had.
Yeah. Jen and I spoke on DM, and she says, "Yeah, I'm interested. Send me 3 tubes." And so I go and select 3 tubes. When she receives that offer, she's not going to be able to minimize that to 1 or increase that to 5 or whatever. It's 3. She's locked in.
Getting 3.
And with that, she can't add anything else either. And we're going to show you how that experience looks like here in a minute. So I selected toothpaste, I selected 3, and I click continue. Now here is when you can get really, really personable. And that's what social media is all about, right? We want this offer to be for Jen and for no one else. I think the system will let you send it to whoever you want, obviously, but you want this to be just for Jen. So I can go ahead and leave this default personalized message, or I can go in there and my keyboard comes up and I can go ahead and type in whatever it is I want. Maybe it's an inside joke that we have with that conversation we had, or maybe it is anything else. One thing that may seem trivial to you, Jen, right here, but for me it's awesome. I love that it takes emojis.
Oh, that's fun.
Sweet.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm saying here.
I was gonna say, what
It's
are
two,
you saying?
It's 2 100s. It's the girl being fabulous, and then it's a
And
heart.
A heart. What do you think that means?
This product,
200%
fabulous,
fabulous
love
love.
Maybe
Yeah.
it's street code.
for Dish.
For Dish.
For
That's
Dish.
my
Yeah.
There you go.
That's my name in emoji.
That's how you spell Dish in
Yeah.
emoji. Now, the order confirmation message has the same logic. As soon as Jen has finished checking out, she's going to see that confirmation message on the page. And again, you can make this say whatever it is you want it to say. We've put it in by default, so if you don't want to change it, you don't have to, but otherwise it can stay. Now, you can also add video.
Ooh.
Now, when I tap on this add video, you can record a live video, or you can bring in from your photo library, which opened up so many doors. I love the fact that you could do like a high production video that you can just kind of like
You can attach.
recycle
Yeah.
anytime you want to send an offer, or you could just do a live raw video right now. So
when
if I
you
click
say live
record,
video, you're not like taking it live like on a Facebook live or anything.
No.
when I
You
click
can instant video. You
right,
can record
so
yourself
right now,
there.
look, Eric, now you're in
Now
you're
you're
in
in
the
there.
video. But I can bring this over and I can say Jen
Oh,
or
I
Dish.
won't be in there.
this is you know what? Record. Hey Dish, this is the toothpaste we spoke about. I'm sure you'll love it. Please let me know when you receive it, and remember, take your before and after pictures. So, I use video, and you can tell that the video is there with two things. It says remove video, and there's a play button.
Yeah.
Right? So that indicates to me that there's a video there. Now again, first release, what I would personally like to see is
The
the
thumbnail.
actual thumbnail of the video. We'll get there eventually. So
But
I
it
click,
is there.
It is
We'll
there.
see in a
We'll
second.
click continue. And this is just my confirmation page. Now all I do is click share. Now what I love about this is that you're not limited to the app's capability on sharing, but all it's doing is using your phone's share sheet. So you can share
However, whatever.
any way you want.
Any way you have installed that you normally share things on.
Yeah.
From your
Um,
phone.
Facebook, messaging, whatever. So if I click on message, it's going to open up my message app. Notice how my video is right there and my link is right there. I'm going to go ahead and send this to Dish, to Jen, and I click send. Now, we're going to go through her experience here in a minute, but I wanted to point out some things here on your app. On your app, on the front page, notice how now we have Dish, and we also have Joy and Jen. Those are previous offers that I've sent. But let's go ahead and talk. Let's talk through the differences here. The first one, Dish, has a progress bar that's not filled at all, whereas with Joy, it's got about a quarter filled. Now with Dish, I have this little icon that has a little shopping bag. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sure on screen it looks great too. It's kind of small. Whereas compared to Joy, it's got a little icon, it's got a little box. And then Jen, they're at the bottom, it's got a little icon, it's got a little credit card. So these are different stages of the shopping experience, which allows you to have that control, right? What would be some things you can do with this type of information?
Sorry, I missed the question. I was pulling up your text on
Oh,
my
what are some things you can do with this type of information?
Well, you can follow up with them if you see that they started the process but then didn't finish. You're
Yeah.
like, what is going on? Why aren't you checking out, right? I thought you wanted this. We can follow up with them.
Yeah, for sure.
Nicely. That sounded a little bit rude.
Yeah, that
Like,
was kinda-
What's wrong with you? Why don't you buy this? No, you
Man,
can't.
Dish, you're really from the streets.
Maybe they from the streets, yeah.
Okay, another thing that I like is this sent and conversions
Yes.
dynamic here. Can you talk a little bit to that?
Yes,
Yeah?
we can see that Eddie is not actually doing a great job converting
Dang it.
people these into sales, right? This might be because he's actually not able to sell our toothpaste as a distributor.
Oh, I guess
That might be the
that's true.
problem. But being able to see this conversion rate, right? You can see how successful you are, and you can just track your own success on that, right? Like obviously 6 out of 6, you're gonna be feeling pretty good about yourself.
Hey, 6 out of 0 is not terribly bad.
It's true. It's still 0.
Oh, yeah,
You know.
okay, fine. Now I can click on view offers and I can see a holistic view of all of my offers.
Yeah.
I can collapse September, and then bring out August. And so as you go more and more, you can see a history
You can see your
of
history.
the offers you've sent.
Yeah.
Now, if for some reason you decided, like, oops, I sent the wrong product or I sent it to the wrong person, you can click on the offer and then click on delete.
Yeah. Let's not delete that though. I want to have it.
No, let's not delete it. But then you can also come here and click share and then share it again another way.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Now, let's go through Jen's experience. I'm going to open up my messages. And so this is how it'll look for Jen.
Correct.
Right, she gets-
exactly how it looks.
She gets the message. It's got the video on there, and she can go in and play it. And there it is.
Yeah.
It's playing. And then the actual link has. Now this is unique to iOS. I do want to point that out. iOS messaging embeds links, and so it makes it so it looks nice and pretty, and it has a preview. If you send this to someone that's got an Android-powered phone,
It'll just be the link.
it'll just be the link. So
They don't-
keep that in mind. So if you're thinking
That's
like,
an
oh,
Android
mine doesn't look
limitation.
like that,
Yeah.
it's because you're on an inferior. No, it's because you're on a different platform. No, so if I click on the link, now another thing that I wanted to point out that's really cool is right off the bat. Now when I click on it, it does say Nu Skin, obviously,
Yeah.
but from the link, it's got the product, but it's not like overly Nu Skin.
Yeah.
Right. It had my name on it, but other than that,
Yeah.
it's a regular link.
Yep.
Now this is cool right here. It's got my picture on there. It's got my name. So for Dish, when she's shopping, she really feels
I'm on
like
any
she's
site.
on my storefront.
Yeah.
Like this is my business, right? And it says welcome, and it says Dish 200 fabulous heart.
Yep.
But this is because that's what I put, right? Because I was just being silly. But you can go ahead and put in whatever it is you want. Now, notice how Jen, she's logged in. She can't click on anything. If she clicks on the whitening toothpaste, she's seeing a pip. She's seeing some really good stylized images of the product. But it's just informational. You can't edit your cart. So if I go back, and I love how it responds too, right? It's very fluid.
Yeah.
I click on purchase at $60. There's nothing else I can do. So it's distraction free, which is probably one of the biggest
It's quick.
reasons for cart abandonment,
Yeah.
right? Like I'm shopping around and I've maybe already put something in my cart, but then I start looking around and then I'm just like, I have to go catch the bus now. I don't know why that was an example, but
Catch the bus a lot.
I used to
Yeah.
growing up in LA.
In LA?
Yeah. I was actually on the bus more than I was probably in a regular car during like school days. Anyway,
My
So-
time on the streets didn't include that.
okay, Dish. She had more resources than I did. I was bottom shelf, she was top shelf. Okay, so if I click on the fields, what I love too is that it's able to use the phone's autofill features, which I know Android has as well. I don't know what they brand theirs, but with iOS it's autofill, right? So I can just go ahead and click on that and it puts in my name. I can just go ahead and click on that and it puts in my address. And I can go through and just really check out. I've never actually typed it, but
It's
pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I won't go through the whole thing because I also don't want to put my credit card in there or anything. But after you put in your shipping information, you put in your order, you confirm your order details, shipping information, billing information, and then you just click on place my order. Again, optimized for mobile. There's no zooming to the left or zooming to the right to make it to see everything. It just fits perfectly on your screen. If you're on an iPad, it'll fit your iPad. If you're on an actual computer, it'll be a full desktop view. So it's it's smart, it's intuitive, it fits your device's experience. Yeah.
Let's talk about how they get paid. So in this scenario, Nu Skin's collecting the money for you and shipping it for you,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome, right? No more having to do these separate, right? It's all in one transaction. Eddie, how do I get this retail profit now?
Yeah, because you're logged in with your app and you're the one that sent the offer, it counts towards your volume. So the experience would be similar to what you're familiar with OPS already.
Yep.
Right? With OPS, when you send a product link, someone can do the guest checkout, but on the back end, we still see their volume.
Yep.
Now, with
And the retail
and the retail.
with the daily pay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now with OPS, it was kind of like a masked guest checkout. It was a guest checkout for the user, and for their experience, it seemed like one. But on the back end, it was still creating an account. You could still see everything. With this, because we wanted to minimize the number of steps it took, there's no accepting terms and conditions. There's no creating username and password. So it's a true guest checkout.
True guest checkout.
So what that means for you on the back end is, on my back end, it'll still say Dish, and the volume, but it'll just have like a placeholder ID.
Yeah.
That's not really the person's ID. It's just because that's what the system requires. That's what it puts there, but it's not an ID that you can follow up on. So,
well, we can't, since they haven't agreed to terms and conditions.
yeah, there's laws against that.
We have laws
You can't
against
collect that information.
collecting that and storing that information.
But you probably already have that information if you sent the offer in the first place, right? So prospecting and following up will take place on Instagram or on Facebook or however way that initial conversation happened.
Correct.
Cool.
Cool.
Let's go ahead and see how, just to kind of prove my point, I may have to refresh the app, but yeah, so for Dish, the progress bar is still empty. But let me close the app and open it up right back up. And yeah, there you go. So there's some progress for Dish there. So again, everyone, the icon of the app is below us. That's how it looks. Go and search for it in your app store. It's available both in Google Play and on the Apple App Store. Search for it as new NU space skin my store, and you'll find it. Please download it, use it. Let us know how you like it, how you don't like it. Send it to, do some A/B testing on it.
Yeah.
Right. You know, send some people to the market site. Send some people through the app. And see what your response is like. That will definitely help us. Again, This is just a portion of what WooCommerce is going to be, but we're excited that this is out and available for you to use. I wish this was live so I can see all the hearts flying through.
I know.
Because I know that this is an exciting thing,
Yeah,
and I know that this is something that's going to be a big game changer.
Yeah.
But anything else, Jen?
Nope, just let us know in the comments on this video even what you're seeing, or since we didn't have live comments, we can respond to them that way if there's questions coming through.
Sure.
So, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, thanks everyone for watching.
Thanks.
Have a great day.
See ya.